What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast.
We are back and better than ever. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's podcast. I think you did. We got a lot of good feedback on the Gabbies. We're always so happy to have them. So thank you for all the love.
Yeah, they're super smart for being so young, guys. So we truly love having people on the podcast. It makes it so much fun. But for now, you guys know we have been all over the world, all over the place with our little one, and we've had people come over. So I feel like this podcast we can dedicate it to maybe a little bit of catching up and also a little bit of advices, maybe.
Yes. A lot of you guys have asked me what our podcast email is. I guess a lot of you guys are in need of advice. So our podcast email is spillthebeansjj@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's spill the beans JJ. So two J's at gmail.com.
And always remember that these are anonymous. Even if you want us to say your name, we probably won't. So feel free to send advice, questions, or just anything really, like a story time or something.
Yeah, it can be like a scary story. It can be anything you want. And I think I have a really good idea. I think soon we're going to start doing like either calls or like voice memos.
Yeah,
voice
memos.
So the voice memos obviously is a little bit harder to make anonymous. So those would probably be like a story or just like a what's up or like, or a question. Yeah. So anyways, guys, let's get right into it. I don't even know where to start. Where should we start, babe?
I have a question. What camera should I look at?
You can look at whatever one you want.
I'm
Take turns.
Okay. So I guess we should start with the elephant in the room. We went to Mexico and it was the best thing in the whole entire world. And we actually just uploaded a vlog on J&J Vlog, so you guys can go watch it there. It's like 30 minutes long. So if you have any questions about what we did, you will see it in that vlog.
Yeah, guys, I feel like the podcast is a good opportunity to go a little bit more into depth on like what happened and stuff. And you guys know that for legal reasons, we can't really talk about it yet as much as we would want to. It's just not the safest thing to do right now. So that's what sucks about that experience. But other than that, it was awesome. What's the biggest takeaway you took from Mexico, babe?
I think I've said this. Did I say this? I feel like I said it on a podcast already. I don't even remember if it was, but I think going to Mexico really humbled me, like a lot. And I knew for a fact before we even went to Mexico, I was really scared to go because I knew I was gonna come back really sad. And what I mean by that is, I know how we live here. Like, this is my normal. So I knew that people in Mexico live way differently. Like, Jonathan's like, oh, you think the homeless here are sad? Like, just wait until you go and see these little kids like doing tricks and selling gum and so, like doing all of these things to get money. So I knew as soon as we got there, I was like, this is gonna be super sad. And I feel like one of the biggest things that made me really, really, really sad was all the dogs I saw in the streets. So it was much different because we were in Durango, like the city where I'm from, and then we went to San Luis del Cordero, Durango, which is the rancho Jonathan's from. And it's so funny because in Durango, you saw like, it was so sad. You saw dogs with fleas on them. I saw so many street dogs, and it was the saddest thing ever. And then in San Luis, we saw not a lot actually, of street dogs, but Jonathan's like, yeah, they're just outside because they want to be, but they all have owners. They're all fed. And that's right. Like, I don't think I saw one with fleas. I don't think I saw one that was like super malnourished. Like, every dog that I saw in San Luis was really like healthy, I would say. And one I saw in the city was like super like skinny or like le dolía una pata or something like that. So I think that was one of my biggest heartbreaks. And of course, like, the people there just live so humbly, and I feel like everyone here in the States forgets where they come from. And I just wish I could take everyone and like actually show you exactly how people live there, because I feel like it would humble a lot of people down, don't you think? And I think I mean, it's normal for you because you go every year, like twice a year. But for me, it was like, I knew going there was gonna break my heart. And when I came back, I did come back heartbroken but happy at the same time. So it was like a bittersweet feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing all your guys' comments on our last video really was like, it was really like an eye opener, especially for like me. Like, even though I'm Mexican and I have immigrant parents, I've been blessed and lucky enough to not have experienced the things that some of the people were saying in the comments, because like you went through it to some extent, but like at least still have your mom with you. There's people that haven't seen their mom or dad in 20 years, and I can't even imagine that. Or siblings, siblings you grew up with, hugging, kissing, playing, you haven't seen them in 20 years. Like that's, and I was thinking that, like, I feel like every race has their own struggles, right? You know, we got African Americans with the police and being racist. You got Asians with like racism in colleges and all that. But I feel like I don't think it's just because I'm Mexican, but really do feel that, or I mean Latino. I really do feel that we have one of the like hardest struggles, I would say, like leaving your home, going to a completely different country, and then not knowing if you're ever going to see your family again, and not being able to, you know. So I think that has to be one of the saddest and like toughest thing that anyone can go through, is not seeing your family and forever, like years, you know.
Yeah, I take my dad as an example because my grandma passed away 6 years ago, and I remember my dad was like super heartbroken, and he was thinking of leaving and being like, you know what, I'm gonna leave, and si Dios quiere, I'll come back with a coyote again. Like, you know, it's hard to come back, and it's crazy because he obviously didn't leave, but he never saw his mom again. You know, like he
Mm-hmm.
left what, like 22 years ago, and he just never saw her again. And that is the saddest thing to think about, because a lot of the comments no bajaban de 10 años. Like everyone's like, I
Yeah.
haven't been back in 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years. And I'm like, the fact that some people don't even get to go back, that is the saddest thing ever. And especially because I think it is kind of easy from like Mexico to get like your visa and
Yeah.
be able to travel over here. But my grandma and my grandpa, my dad's parents tried to get their visa like 3 times, and they always rejected them. It wasn't until my grandma passed away that my grandpa on my dad's side was able to come visit him. So yeah, thank God my dad got to see his dad again. But like the fact that he never got to see his mom again, that is so freaking sad.
Yeah.
So
Because imagine like you basically see each other grow up through like a screen, you know, either FaceTime or just your phone call, like over the with your voice. But the last time your mom saw you was like 15, and then, you know, you're 40 now, and she never got to see you. You
or
know,
hug
that's so
you
sad.
again.
That,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So that's definitely one of the hardest struggles that I feel like a lot of people don't put into perspective. They just see the word immigrant and illegal and all that, and it's truly heartbreaking that our people have to go through that. So hopefully that changes sooner than later.
Yeah, it is extremely sad. And I just, that's the only word I can put it in, is like it was a very humbling experience. And I just wish people like, yeah, there's so many struggles here in the States. I know that you have to work all day every day to be able to pay rent and to be able to do like pay your bills and go out to eat and go out grocery shopping, but we do not struggle half as much as they struggle over there. And it's crazy because people are still happy. So I'm like, if you're struggling here, like I'm not trying to minimize anybody's struggles. Everyone goes through problems, you know, but if you go and live a day over there, you're gonna see your problems, and instead of being so like irritated at them, you're gonna be like, thank God that these are my problems and that those aren't my problems, you know?
Yeah.
Like at least here we have a huge advantage and there's a lot of help here. Allá in Mexico, there's no help. Like nobody can help you. The government doesn't help you. It's just, it is a humbling experience, and that's all I can say about it, honestly.
Yeah. Anyways, changing topics so you don't get to work or school super sad.
Yeah,
We're going to
sorry.
talk about our friends coming over to visit Baby J, aka Franco. Or better yet, Franco, aka Baby J. It was awesome, guys. Honestly, at the end of the day, these people, and I say people because they don't owe us anything, and I feel like that's one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make in this world, is that you think this world owes you something. That because I'm a good person, why am I not rich yet? Because I'm a whatever, a good son, why am I? You know, like the world is so unfair. Like life is a bitch that she doesn't care about nothing, you know what I mean? So for example, these people to come, they have businesses, our friends, they have YouTube channels which are businesses, to make time out of the day and come all the way to Colorado, which is honestly, I'm gonna be honest, it's not a popping state, guys, for what we do. So it really means a lot when they have to come out here and make the trip all the way over here. So it was amazing. Lily Mando the best, Gabby Gabe, ni se diga. So anything you want to say about them coming?
Just kind of piggybacking off of what he said. nobody owes you anything. And it's so funny because ya saben que están los comentarios de why aren't they here? Why didn't they come visit? Why, like, just like Jonathan said, nobody owes us anything. And also, I feel like a lot of people read too much into it. I'm not really talking about the podcast community because I feel like we've
No.
never gotten like
Any hate?
any hate or any like envidioso
Rumors.
vibes, any rumor spreading vibes here. But over on J&J and on my channel, it's like people want to make something out of nothing. And I hate that we have to like even say it, but people have their own life, you know, people have their own businesses to take care of, people
Hmm.
have their own things to do, and it
And we
just,
talk about it.
yeah,
We message each other, guys. It's not like, well, I wonder
it's
why I had no. We're everyone in this friend group is mature enough to tell us, hey, this is going on. But
yes, yes, and that's what I wanted to get to. It's like you guys just not you guys, but like the people over on J&J, they just like trying to make these rumors up. Like, oh, why isn't she? Oh, it's because I think this and this and this, and that's like the main reason. Like the main take. Oh, is like, oh, I think this, but you don't know. So don't be
hmm
making up rumors. Like how we said, we talk to all of our friends, and all of our friends are amazing, and we love them all equally. And it's crazy because se dio, like it was a coincidence that Gabby and Gabe and Lily and Mando could come at the same exact time. I think Gabby told me first, and then Lily's like, hey, this is like the one weekend we have free, can we come visit? So yeah, you guys don't have to be out there trying to make up rumors or anything like that.
hmm
Nothing crazy is going on. They're gonna come visit us cuando se dé tiempo, when they are not busy and when they can.
Oh, we're gonna go over there.
Or are we gonna go over
Oh,
there?
maybe should we tell them?
Should we tell them what we're doing next week?
But yeah, it's super easier. It's just the place where we're at, guys. Colorado. There's nothing to come here for, or so it's sometimes it is easier for us to go over there, and we do relate that to our friends. Hey, I appreciate you trying to come, but we actually have a trip over there. Is it? And that way we make it easier for them because it's just
I
we're not high school kids anymore, so we do communicate and we tell each other everything.
And not only that, guys, traveling is expensive. So, say we're all going to this one event and in one state. Hey, let's just meet up there instead of you guys having to come here and then having to go there. Like Lily and Mando, they're angels. They
Yeah.
literally came to Colorado, went to LA, and then to Arizona in 1 week, you know? But sometimes you can't do that. There's not enough time. And traveling is expensive, especially right now. We were literally just talking about this, about how we used to get flights to LA for like $120 round trip with like good airlines, and now no bajan de like 260. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, when did this happen? So yeah, just keep that in mind next time you want to write a mean comment, or next time you want to make up a rumor, not even about us, maybe about someone else. You really don't know their life. And it's like, it's a cliche thing that a lot of YouTubers say, like, you don't really know what my life is, but it's true.
Yeah, guys. At the end of the day, it's cliche. You see, well, how long is a vlog?
Like
Especially our vlogs,
7 minutes.
7 minutes. So out of 24 hours, guys, 7 minutes. That's not even 1% of our day.
No, but seriously, guys, we are super blessed with the friends we have. And I was going to tell Jonathan we should say what we're doing next week, but we're going to film a podcast before we leave, so we
Yeah.
can tell them in that podcast, because we leave Saturday. So we have
Oh.
to have a podcast up before we leave. So you
Yeah.
guys will get all the tea in the next podcast.
Yeah, guys. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, have a good rest of your day. See you next podcast.
Made it this far. Let's get
Yeah.
into some juicy spilling the tea, or what? Do we have any tea to spill?
What? What do you want to spill?
Oh my God. I was thinking about the story
What story?
in El Paso, but that's too rated R.
What?
What happened in El Paso?
Oh my God. Nah, just say it. Fucking.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Guys, you won't believe what Blanca did.
Babe,
You
are
know-
you sure you want to
Yeah, because
talk about
babe,
this?
this is the podcast, babe.
This is spilling the beans,
This
guys.
is we can't be called Spill the Beans podcast
And not spilling.
and we keep it G.
Look, before we even had a baby, you guys knew, like, we todo les decíamos, so we're not gonna change that. I mean, if Franco finds this podcast one day, like, you know what, bud, you're probably gonna be like 15, 16 and
Yeah.
old enough to have a YouTube. So go ahead, babe.
No, you start.
No, you. I'm
I want to see
shy.
what was going through your mind when you did all this.
Okay, let me just say, when we went to El Paso, I was 9 weeks postpartum,
Yeah.
and we had not done anything.
Anything?
No, we
Oh.
we
okay.
haven't done the deed, right?
The full deed.
The whole deed. We
Uh-huh.
hadn't done it. I was 9 weeks postpartum, and what, like Jonathan had tried to, but I'm like, no, like you are not going in there without wrapping your willy boy because I'm not on birth control yet, right? So así se quedó. Like we came on an agreement that before I got on birth control, we would use condoms, right?
Yeah.
So así se quedó la cosa. But obviously my mom was here, my sisters were here, so it's like we couldn't really do it yet because I was scared, but like we were also not home alone. Like it was just a lot of little things, right? So we hadn't done it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so se viene que vamos al Paso and we get a hotel. So I'm like, okay, like it's a cute little first trip with the baby.
Yeah.
Let's, get intimate again. One night away from home. Let's do it. So I remember we get to El Paso and I remember I had to make a DoorDash order because I needed like makeup remover wipes and leave-in conditioner. And I was like, okay. And when I was making the order, I was like, se me prendió el foco and I was like, if he tries something today, I don't want to like bring him down because we don't have condoms, right? So I'm just gonna prepare myself and order some condoms, right?
Uh-huh.
So I ordered condoms, and let me just say, I told you this. I was like, I ordered ultra thin Trojan like
Yeah, yeah.
condoms, right? That's what I ordered off DoorDash.
But
And I was
she
like,
had already messed up another thing.
yeah, so let me get there. So I had ordered my heat protectant, my makeup wipes, and the ultra thin condoms, right? So yeah, so llega, and then you guys know how you get that message. It's like, oh, your DoorDash order is complete. Some items were replaced or refunded. And I was like, oh shoot, okay. So así se quedó la cosa. So I get my DoorDash order. The girl brings me some like hair treatment instead of heat protectant spray that I had ordered. So yeah, she already messed up on that. But I saw the condoms and I was like, oh, they had to bring you another brand because they didn't have this one. So I was like, okay, whatever. So así se
Yeah.
quedó, just a
Condoms are
different,
condoms.
yeah, different brand of condoms, no problem, right? So yeah, se llega la noche, Franco's asleep, we get cuddly, whatever, whatever. I'm gonna spare you the
Whatever.
details. And you want to take it from here?
Nah, you go.
No, because then you have to start telling them how you've started to
Okay, how
feel
I felt.
bad.
Okay, okay. All right, guys. So, we start, I put, Mr. Johnson on and we start, whatever. And then I don't feel nothing, And in my head, and knowing Blanca, back when I was, in my toxic stage, my tool stage, I would always tell Blanca, nah, babe, I don't want to use a condom because I don't feel nothing, it doesn't feel like anything. So we would always have to, not use a condom, and then I estoy comprando Plan B the next morning. So I would rather pay $50 than wear a condom. Let's just put it like that. But me being, the good husband, the changed husband, I was like, I can't tell her that. Like, no, no. So I just keep going, right? I'm like, nah, this is all in my head. Like, I'm over here forcing my friend to feel something. So I was like, I keep going. And then I tell her, like, in my head, maybe it's the position. So I was like, all right, babe, let's switch positions. Because I really, like, I don't feel nothing. I see, like, I whispered it to her. I was like, let's switch and I still don't feel, and it's getting worse, guys. Like for some reason, I really don't feel nothing at this point, and I just had to say it. I was like, because my friends started to like not be excited anymore. I was like, what the heck is going on? Like I'm turned on, but I don't know what's going on. I don't feel nothing. Like are condoms this bad as I remember? Like it can't be, right? Surely like throughout all these years they got better, but so then I finally tell Blanca, I was like, yo babe, like because I really didn't want to sound like a fuck boy. Like I didn't want her to like say, oh, you just want to not use one, blah blah blah. And I was like, no. So I told her, I was like, babe, like
No, you said, babe, are these like numbing or something?
I said that.
Yeah.
Oh
And I was like, what? No, there's no such thing as numbing
yeah, I
condoms.
never heard of one.
And Jonathan was like, no, I swear there's something in this. Like, I can't feel anything. But he was being like super nice about it. And I was like, what? And estábamos sacados de onda because for me, I was like, he's mature enough to like not tell me that he doesn't feel anything. But he's also mature enough to like not try to like play me because we just had a baby. We
Yeah.
don't want to get pregnant again. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, I don't know. I guess like check the box. But like literally not, in my head, I was like, there's no such thing, right?
Yeah, me neither.
So you get the box, and what does
Yeah.
it say?
It says freaking longer lasting
For
for
her.
her condoms, numbing, blah blah. And when I touched the little packet, it was like in water, like a little wet
Like
solution.
lubricant
Yeah,
type
so
vibe?
I think it was that, and there we have it, folks. Just in case you pick up the wrong condoms, it's not your
So
husband.
it was so funny because it was a girl that did my DoorDash order. I was like, dang, girl was looking out for me, you know? Because she literally, like, I was like, there's so many other condom brands. There had to be another one. It
Yeah,
didn't have to, like, I didn't purposely order a numbing one to make me
yeah,
last or to make him last longer. But it was so freaking funny. We're just cracking up, trying not to wake Franco up because
yeah.
so then what do we do?
Oh, we finished another way, pero yeah, like I was like, what? Who would ever invent that? Like, what the? I get like longer lasting for her, but at that point, if I can't feel nothing, how can I keep going longer? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Come here, come here, down, guys. Look at our rat. I got a new rat from Petco. This me la trasquilaron una pobre mija.
Oh
Honestly,
my
I would talk
God.
shit about the place, but Blanca did say that it's partially our fault.
It's all of our fault. So let's just tell you guys, if you have anything mixed with a poodle
Or you plan on?
or you plan on getting it like any type of doodle, please brush them out. And this is what we told our puppy parents, and it is our fault. Like, it's really our fault that they shaved them down like this. But guys, look at our rat dogs. They literally look like monsters right now. They don't look like themselves. And I kind of regret having her get up on here because now you just saw her and she looks like a monster.
Yeah, so sorry we regret this. Anyways, try to blur this image out of your life forever.
But yeah, guys, that was the funniest thing. Like, imagine the first time
You
that you're
try to
gonna
get
do it
freaky.
in like 9 weeks,
Yeah.
and this happens. That it was like out of a movie. I was like, "There's no way," but I guess there was a way. So
Yeah.
that was what, like $12 wasted on DoorDash, which
Mm-hmm.
makes it 24 because you know all the fees they put.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
anyways, a trip to El Paso was dope. Honestly, El Paso's such a chill little town, huh?
Yeah, we stayed downtown and we our walk to, oh, I guess we can tell them what we went
Oh
for. A
yeah, we
lot of
can
you
tell.
guys did think that we were there for multiple different reasons, but we were actually there to get Franco's passport. We got it at El Paso Passport Agency. I don't even know what it's
Yeah.
called, but it's like in case you guys have questions, the way we got it is that you have to go with international proof of travel in the next 2 weeks or like the next couple of days, and it's literally like you go and kind of apply for it and they give it to you if they want.
Yeah.
So you have to go there with proof. They ask you why you're traveling. They do like all of these things. And then like at the end, they're like, yes, we approve you, or no, we don't. And you get the passport the same day. So that's what we were there for, 24 hours. And we stayed downtown. The hotel was 8 minutes away from the passport place. And we walked there. It was so chill. It was like really clean, huh?
Yeah.
Super clean. And Jonathan ran into one of our
Yeah, a
friends.
lot of you guys thought we went to El Paso to cross to Juarez for Blanca's interview or to collab with Lesson Flex, which we freaking wish one day they'll be on this podcast. But no, we were walking literally back to the hotel, and I told Blanca, I was like, I think this is where his office is because I watch all his vlogs. He just started uploading on YouTube again, and sure enough, like and one of the times that Blanca was at the hotel because it was really hot over there, I had to go back checking with the passport place like constantly, like every 30 minutes because our flight was getting closer and closer. So in one of the times that I came back to the hotel. I instead of going left to get to our apartment, I went straight, which it takes you the same distance, but I don't know why I wanted to go straight. And then I see this big like Ford Raptor truck, which are super cool, super nice. And then I see the rims, and I remember one of Lex's stories. I was like, oh shit, like I think this is his truck. And sure enough, like I looked to the right, yeah, está su office. And my shy ass, I was super shy, like especially because like I'm a YouTuber, so I wouldn't really want people coming to my house. It's his office, right? But still, like it's his
Like your
personal
workplace.
space. I was super shy, so I actually had to message Victor to Tall Vic, because I'm really good friends with him and he's really good friends with him. So I was like, you think Vlex would be cool, like if I knocked on his office and then took a picture with him? And sure enough, he messages me. He's like, "Yeah, he's super cool. Just let him know you know me and everything's okay." And then so I knocked, and sure enough, he was such a nice guy, super cool, super humble, and I got to snap a pic with him, which was honestly super cool because he's one of my favorite influencers. But then it did raise everyone's hopes because everyone thought that while I was with him, Blanca was with Les, and they were chilling and everything.
Imagine what a dream. A lot of people ask me like, "Oh, like who is your favorite influencer? Who would you die to meet?" And it's all of them, like Laura and Les and all of them. And I was like, one day like I'm going to meet them. And this was like back when, like before we even were
Yeah,
anything, and they were always my favorite influencers. And like the fact that like we know Laura now and like we're friends with Laura, that is
yeah,
crazy. And I never want to like, I feel like some people think like, oh, like they're friends, whatever. It is not whatever for me. Like it's
no,
a friendship I cherish so much because you guys know like Laura is one of the bigger influencers. I can say 100% hands down, she is one of the most humble people I've
mm-hmm.
ever met. She has never, I don't know, she's just so like welcoming. And when we were in LA, she's like, hey, like come over for dinner and like things like that, you know.
Yeah,
So she makes you feel super super welcomed, and she's exactly like she is in her videos, guys. So the fact that like we have a friendship with her, it's amazing. So when you guys were like messaging me and were like, oh my God, I just saw that Jonathan's with Flex. Are you with Les? Like, please let us know. Like, take a picture with her. I'm so happy for you. You've said that you wanted to meet her. And I was like, I wish I was with Les, you know? Like, that is my next biggest dream is to meet Les. But yeah, guys, one day, si Dios quiere, let's speak it into existence. They will be on Spill the
yeah.
Beans podcast. But
One day.
oh, yeah, if you guys have any questions about like how we traveled with Franco, how that was. We did a vlog on J&J Vlogs, and I told you guys like the whole story time of how we made our travel easier with Franco because he was, how old was he? He wasn't even 2 months yet,
No.
huh? He was about to be 2 months. He turned 2 months in Mexico. So you guys can watch that on J&J Vlogs. Plug, plug, plug.
Yeah. What else? Should we read some emails now?
Yeah, we should get into some
I feel like
emails.
we get emails on the randomest times. Like you would think we get emails as soon as we upload because then people see it, but it'll be like a Wednesday at 4 p.m. and I get an email and I'm like, damn, this person's going through it. This girl said, hi, I love you guys' videos, especially your baby. It's adorable and handsome, just like both of y'all. That was the whole email. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
girl. All right, guys, let's start with some advice podcast. Let's go. Wait, advice emails. All right, this one says, hey guys, so I'm just going straight into it. I recently had an emergency C section and ya pasó mi cuarentena, but it still hurts once in a while. Plus, I'm pumping and I don't like being where it's cold because it sometimes makes my milk supply decrease a little. But whenever we come to my suegros, they go outside even if it's a little cold, and my husband goes out there too. So everyone just ends up leaving outside. My husband not once comes to check on me, or it doesn't cross their minds that I'm here inside alone, and completely ignore me and just leave me in here by myself. And he gets mad when I get on my phone. But whenever someone talks to me or converses, I answer. But when we're at my parents', he's on his phone and he doesn't even acknowledge when people are talking to him. And he always expects me to be with him the whole time we're there. Whether we're inside or outside. Am I just tripping out and being annoying? Girl, let me tell you. What was I gonna
What?
tell? What am I gonna tell her, babe?
I don't know. That she's not tripping out.
Yeah, you're not tripping out. First of all, you are absolutely correct. You cannot be anywhere where it's cold, especially like in la cuarentena. Obviously, you can't drink cold things. You can't be where it's cold because dicen que sí se te seca la leche. So I completely understand why you don't go outside. And I think your husband should understand too. I mean, you understood what
Yeah.
I couldn't be outside. He understood when the heater had to be on in the room and we were sweating balls. But my mom's like, es por tu bien, no se te va a sacar la leche. So definitely you're not tripping. That is a freaking annoying. Disgusting, girl. That is so freaking annoying. And especially because he just leaves you in there by yourself. That's so sad. I don't know, just tell him, you know, like be like, hey, if we're gonna go to your parents' house, I want you to stay with me. I don't want to feel like I'm alone. Don't leave me alone. I can't go outside. It's cold. Please just stay with me inside. Like, why do you gotta go outside? There's no reason.
Yeah,
What do
girl.
you
I don't
think?
know. I don't know. Has she talked to him about it? She
She
didn't say
didn't
it.
say.
I mean, I think those things se hacen addresslo luego, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what are you? Are you like shy with your husband? Are you scared of your husband? Is he tóxico, like machista, and you're kind of scared of him? Like, that's not good either. I think la primera que eso pasa, you say something. Because, ladies, I've said this before. The more dejada que eres, the more shy you are, the more complacent you are, the more problems you're gonna be. You can't let a man que se te suba encima, like with his ego and his like character, because once he feels that you're weaker than him, valió madre todo eso. Okay, so just stand your ground, and a la primera. Ya pasó lo que pasó, right? But from now on, you gotta tell him, hey, 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 like, ¿a dónde vas? Like, in front of his parents, que le dé pena, like, and then if he says, what's your problem? Like, no, tú allá con mis papás, me quieres ahí en un lado tuyo, like, tú también vente. Like, say it in front of his parents, like, be a
Yes.
bitch. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, that's how I think, so.
Yeah, and then there's another way, like maybe before you gave birth, like you guys would all go outside and you guys would all sit outside and talk. And maybe he's just doing it de costumbre and he doesn't know that you feel like alone, or he doesn't know that you have to stay in there because you don't want your milk supply to drop. So definitely talk to him and put him in his place. If he wants you to be a certain way when you guys are at your house, then he has to reciprocate the same energy when you guys are at
Nah,
his
pero y
house.
luego la suegra naca que?
Pues
Like,
amor, es
she
que
was
tú
a mom at one
sabes.
point. She knows how the
But
water flows, so
you
why is
need
she doing
to
that?
know that a lot of people no se cuidan like you should. Like there's a lot of people that didn't know what cuarentena meant. There's a lot of people that didn't know why I couldn't drink cold drinks while I was in my cuarentena. There's a lot of people that don't take care of themselves the way that we take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
So maybe the suegra is like, she's like, ay, yo nunca hice eso y a mí no me pasó nada, you know? So maybe she's like that. But tú put your foot down and be like,
Yeah.
my milk supply drops and I want you to be next to me. Like,
Because
where's
if
the
your milk
problem?
supply drops, your suegra's not going to be there helping you take care of the baby at night.
Exactly.
So look out for yourself. And honestly, like, yeah. Like, yeah. I'm not gonna. It's because it's very hard to give advice. Because yo me voy luego a lo extremo, a lo rápido. Because I feel like that's the way you get your feelings least hurt. You know, if
Mm-hmm.
you're realistic and you speak your mind right away.
Yeah. Don't let
People,
this go on for
yeah, that's how
months
you
and
get your
then
feelings hurt. Because girls are CEOs of that. You guys want us to read your mind, so that includes your boyfriend and your suegros. You're like, well, why aren't they staying in here with me? Okay, you're also pumping. What if they want to give you privacy? And that's what they're thinking. Let's just put it best case scenario. That's what they're thinking. She's pumping. Let's leave her inside because obviously she has her boobs out. Blah, blah, blah. Let's But you're over here. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
just speak it. Just speak
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you have to. And especially like para que le dé vergüenza, like Jonathan said, just say it and be like, hey, ¿por qué me van a dejar aquí sola? ¿Qué está pasando? You know?
Yeah.
Or even like try to throw it as a joke out there or something, but make yourself heard because that is so annoying. I would be so mad if Jonathan did that to me. But also, I feel like it's common sense, right? Like if I'm going over to your parents' house, you're not going to leave me there by myself. And if you're
Yeah.
going over to my parents' house, I'm not going to leave you there by yourself. It's just common sense, but some people don't have it.
Guys, y antes que se me olvide, a topic I wanted to talk to you guys, more specifically all the parents, because I know a lot of parents do listen to this podcast, and you guys have helped us before with advice, because we give you advice, but also you guys also in the comments like to help us out too. So it's just more to make discussion, because I wanted to ask you guys, I feel like everyone is different. How long did it take you, mom or dad, before you wanted a second child? Because Blanca and I, we're going to spill the beans again. We're on this little boat that maybe Franco, as of right now, is probably the only one, right?
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm not normal because I see all of these obviously like people influence me. Like the influencers I watch influence me to be a certain way, to think a certain way, you know? But I watch a couple influencers and they're like, "Oh yeah, like, they already have one child." And they're like, "Well, we're definitely going to try for 4. Oh, we're going to be happy with 3." And I'm like, "What the hell? Like is our experience different? Like are we making it harder than it is? Like, you know, there's so many things that run through my mind, but even then, like people are like, no, you forget the pain. No, you like I already forgot the pain, you know? It's not the labor part I'm scared of. Like that comes and goes in one day and then you recover in 2 weeks. But like having a baby, I just don't know if people are sugarcoating it. I don't know if people just don't show their struggles. I don't know what it is about all of these people that I watch on the internet, but it's hard, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like we're not normal. Like maybe we're struggling more. Maybe
Well, you do definitely make it harder than it should be, I feel sometimes.
why?
Because you're a really, 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 really good mom, you know? I see my mom. My mom was a good mom, but also like the way she had to be a little flexible with 3 little kids. So
Oh yeah.
I'm like, my mom used to just do this, and you're like, well, yeah, but so I think we do in some way do make it a little bit because he is the first,
Yeah.
but también I feel like there's a lot of women out there that we're just born like you're a fantastic mom, babe. Like, you know, but there's people that just enjoy being moms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when they have the first one, they're already thinking about the second one
Yeah.
and the third one, and they love little. They literally, they're already like their baby's like 3 months, and they already want the other one because they're sad their baby's already 3 months.
Yeah. And also, it goes like the other way around because, you know, there are all these moms that I see now have always dreamt of being a mom.
Yeah,
You know, they're like, I dreamt of this for so many years and I've prayed for this for so many years. And it's like, I don't know of a time in my life where I was like, I cannot wait to be a mom. And
yeah,
I don't know of a time in my life where I dreamt of being a mom. You know, like, thank God I'm a mom. Thank God that He gave me the ability to bring this beautiful child into the world. I do not regret nothing. Like, Franco is perfect and I love
yeah.
him and he has made our life so much better. But it's like, I never dreamt of being a mom. So it's like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, maybe I'm weird for only wanting Franco and like him being the only child because I like tell my mom and my grandma, they're like, what? No, like, how are you going to let him be the only one? Like, at least have four. And I'm like, girl, I can barely do it with one. You think I can do four?
And like to back you up, I've always dreamt of being a dad. And now that I'm a dad, I still just want one, you know? So it goes either way, you know?
Yeah.
I dreamt and I thought it's a joy and everything's so easy, but that's because that's how my dad made it seem. But at the end of the day, my dad just had to take care of his kids half of the day cuz he was at work. So now that I'm here all day, it is tougher. So,
Yeah, and it's crazy because Franco isn't even a bad baby. Like, he
no.
is super calm. He's fuzzy when he needs to eat, when he needs to be changed, when he needs to burp. Maybe he's a little gassy and he needs a little extra burp. But it's like he's not even hard. It's just being a parent is hard, you know? Like, the fact that I think it's hard because of our lifestyle before.
Oh
Because
yeah.
antes we literally got up and did whatever the heck we wanted.
And our lifestyle now.
And our lifestyle now, it's like nothing changed for us except having a baby. Like, we have a baby now that we have to do everything with. So it's like we're still working from home. We're still having to do all this content. We still have to travel. We still have to do so many things. So it's like maybe that's another part about why I'm like so stressed all the time because I I want to do everything but give Franco the best life, you
Yeah.
know? I never want to feel like, oh, I'm leaving him to be taken care of by my mom so that he doesn't or what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. But the thing is, like Jonathan said, like maybe I am making it harder on myself because I feel like everything is so advanced now, and there's so much more about like trauma and like how to take care of your baby's mental health, how to like raise them to be this like confident little boy, you know. And so we go as far as to ask my mom to take time off of her job so we can bring her to trips with us, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like maybe, yeah, you're right, maybe I am making it more harder than it is, but I just can't fathom like leaving him for like a week, you know. And I can't because I'm exclusively breastfeeding. So I don't know, guys. I think that's a question that we want you guys to answer in the comments,
Because I
like.
think we've learned our lesson. Let me help you out. I think we've learned our lesson to say things like we're setting it in stone.
Yeah. Oh no.
Because so we don't want to say he's going to be the only one or that our mentality is never going to change. That's why we're asking you guys.
Yeah.
For those people that it wasn't 2 to 3 months, I want my next one 6 months. Maybe it was 5 years, and you're
Hmm.
like, shit. My kid's 5. He goes to the bathroom by himself. He plays on his tablet by himself. He watches TV by himself. He doesn't want anything to do with me because he thinks he's such a big boy, such a big girl. I want another one. Like, I
Yeah.
truly want another baby. Like, maybe that happened to you. We want to hear those stories in the comments or in the emails. So, like, yeah, because we don't want to say, he's the only one and stuff. But
Yeah.
at the same time, we do have to be selfless. I think I've talked to Blanca, like, yeah, we don't want any more or anything, but like, at the end of the day, one of the most beautiful things in life are siblings. Growing up with them, playing those chistes sleepovers, falling off the bed with them and stuff like that. So I feel like just because we think it's super hard and we're not gonna give it to him, that he's gonna suffer later on in life. So That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, just let us know in the comments. Like, are we normal? How long does it take for you to be like, no, we want another one? Like, not for our sake, but like for Franco's sake, so for him not to be alone. Just let us know because it's hard to think about. Like, I'm like, maybe I'm not normal. Like, maybe something's wrong with me. I have a chemical imbalance in my brain or something
Yeah,
because
because a
it's,
lot of you guys say it only gets harder,
yeah.
but for us, it's only getting way, way easier. Like, we talk about the time when he can sit on the car seat by himself, and I don't care if he's a toddler, he's crazy, he's terrible twos, but at least he can walk and you know,
And also, I would like to kind of correct you. It's not getting easier. I feel like we're just getting more adjusted to it.
I feel like he's let more easy.
Yeah, because as they grow, like it's because it's different. Because as he grows, it's getting easier for us, but like then more hardships are coming in to
Yeah,
play, you know? So yeah, we're like talking about this beautiful time when he's a toddler and he can sit in like a car seat and I don't have to be back there with him anymore. Like I can go back to being like in front with Jonathan. Maybe he's gonna sleep through the night in his crib or stuff
yeah.
like that. But it's like then you get like all of these other things like teething and like
But I feel like it's like things that you pick and choose your
yeah,
struggles.
yeah, yeah. I agree.
So you can't really pick not sleeping all night. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's a
exactly.
thing that's so freaking hard and like not sleeping is one of the worst things, at least for me. There's people out there that sleep 2 hours and vámonos pilas, they're ready to go. But for me, I love to sleep. I love to sleep in when I can. So
And
not
when's the last
being
time you slept in?
ne- since Franco was born or before that. So it's like I'd rather pick me running after a toddler because he can fall off the stairs because he's starting to walk than not being able to sleep.
Yeah.
If my toddler is sleeping all night and then being a little devil during the day, I pick that struggle and I
Yeah.
love like that. You know what
I
I mean?
agree. That is really, really good. Yeah. That is one of the hardest things, guys, the sleep. And let me just start off by saying Franco is a great sleeper. Like he
Yeah.
literally only wakes up to eat and he falls right back to sleep. He lets me sleep from I would say like midnight to like almost 9 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So he's a super good sleeper. And not only that, like Jonathan in the morning, this is our morning routine. I wake up, I feed him, change him, put him to sleep, or maybe sometimes he doesn't even want a morning nap. Jonathan takes him for an hour and I get like an extra hour of sleep. So it's great. Like the sleeping, it's great. I obviously don't sleep great because interrupted sleep also isn't the best sleep. You don't get the best rest. But thank God we're still getting like some hours because at the beginning we
Yeah.
were getting like no hours of sleep, which was so freaking hard. But yeah, we just want you guys to like let us know if we're normal because
Yeah.
it's getting a little scary out here, you know? I'm like, hopefully one day, like maybe when he's 1 year old or 2 years old, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's go for the second one. But like, there's days where I wake up and I'm like, babe, go get a vasectomy right the heck now. Because it's just, I don't know.
But at the
It's,
end of the day, it's also our job, babe, because
yeah.
I want to give Blanca some credit, guys, because maybe this doesn't even cross your mind. I was talking to my friends the other day, like, I'm like, a lot of women that aren't influencers or whatever that like have normal jobs and then take time off and then or just quit their jobs and then their husband can maintain both of them, they're truly stay at home moms. Okay, that's truly a stay when you a mom, all she has to do is worry about her kid and then cook for the husband when he gets home and laundry. I mean, that's like the true definition of a stay at home mom. Blanca is not that. She's far from that. Like, sure, she's home, but she's not a stay-at-home mom. She still has to turn in things for brands. She still has to do YouTube videos. She still has to do Instagram posts. And with all those things comes she has to do her makeup. She has to shower and do her hair a certain way. She has to go outside and take pictures for Nike and Amazon and Walmart. Another hardship of this lifestyle, guys, and I know it's like when I say hardship, I mean it very lightly, but unfortunately with this type of job that we have, no, we can't like como se dice,
Stop
put
posting.
we can't stop, like you can't pull the brakes on the horse. If you pull the brakes on the horse, you're gonna fall off. And if you fall off or don't become relevant or people are just not seeing you as often, that affects your income. And if that affects your income, then your financial situation and the stress between a relationship. So it's a lot of things, guys. If Blanca truly took a month or 2 months off and was a stay at home mom, like I just described, then all that money from brands, from YouTube videos, from all that would go away. On top of that, you guys, por más que nos quieran, por más que digan que aman a Blanca, it just wouldn't be the same when she would try to come back. You would
Yeah.
probably have found another favorite YouTuber. You would have probably don't find her video. You know what I mean? So it's a
Yeah,
lot of
I
things.
feel like you guys would get used to not seeing me post. So when I post, you'd be like, yeah, whatever. Like, I got used to not
Mm-hmm.
seeing her. And let me just, I know there's a lot of moms right now, like, writing their comments, like, what do you mean? Like, being a stay at home mom is so hard.
And come for
No.
me, because I said
Yeah.
all that,
No.
guys.
But honestly, before, because I know this is how we both think, is being a stay at home mom is the hardest job you
Oh
can
yeah.
have. I just think, like, raising a child and then having to clean and then having to cook and then having to like put yourself together and brush your teeth, that is the hardest thing you can do. Being a stay-at-home mom, like, my heart goes out to you guys because it's hard. So Jonathan wasn't trying to minimize you guys at
No, hell
all.
no.
We were just trying to like kind of explain to you that being a stay-at-home mom is already a hard job on in itself. Imagine having to be a stay-at-home mom, but like you
Do
still
your
have to
job.
work
Yeah.
at home, you know. And I know, like, I always want to say this: thank God for the job we have, thank God for YouTube
Mm-hmm.
being this amazing career that we have. But I don't want to like see sound like it's like the hardest job that you can have. YouTube, it's not, but it does take a lot of creative ability to entertain people, you know. You guys literally tell us like, oh, you guys can do nothing and we will still watch your videos, but that's not really true. Like, if we
No.
upload a boring vlog, you can tell right away in the views
Yeah.
that it doesn't get traction, it doesn't get engagement. So it's like, yeah, it is hard. Like, I have to do my makeup to do a video, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I already wore this shirt, I have to try to pick another outfit when I haven't even gone shopping in like 3 months, you know. So there's so many things, and I just want to say, like, thank you guys so much for even giving us this platform, like our Spill the Beans, J&J
Mm-hmm.
and Blanca J. Like, we wouldn't be anything without you guys, and we wouldn't be talking about these struggles if it wasn't for you guys. And we love to be relatable, and we want you guys to like relate to us. And yeah, being a stay-at-home mom is hard, but like being a stay-at-home mom with another job on top, it's crazy. So definitely cut us some slack in there, guys, because it's just hard. And I think that's all we talk about. It's like, it's so hard, but it really is hard. Like, we have neglected our house so much. It's like the cleaning, the cooking, everything. Like, sometimes it's like 1 p.m. and we're like, you know what, babe,
Yeah.
just order breakfast, because we're not gonna be able to cook. We have to turn this brand partnership in. We have to, Jonathan has to like edit this, Jonathan has to like, there's something that we've been working on that Jonathan has to be on the computer all day, and like taking turns with Franco, and like there's just so much. And
Yeah, guys, and that little rant I just went on is not intended for our audience because, like I said, our Spill the Beans audience, you guys are the best. You guys are so
yes.
mature and just see different angle than our regular YouTube audience. That little rant was more intended to those little sly comments that I see that are super annoying. That I see that like, oh well, at least you have your mom there 24/7. Oh well, at least your mom took time off for you. You know what I mean? It's not like Blanca's just sitting there and her mom is holding the baby and just she just sits there.
Yeah.
No, her mom is holding the baby so Blanca can shoot a YouTube video, do 5 Instagram stories, and on top of that, do a podcast with me and J&J. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that little rant was intended for those people that just, like we said from the very beginning, just see a little bit of the day and you know.
Yeah. It might be a little bit boring for you guys to listen to, or it might be like informational for a lot of you that want to do the influencer stuff, want to do YouTube videos and make this a full-time job. It is hard, and it takes a lot of creative ability to do something. And there's like a lot of times when we talk about like, oh, maybe you should hire an editor, and even that Jonathan's like, no, like, we can't hire an editor. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh, Jonathan doesn't do anything. But it's like, if you guys really truly saw the behind the scenes, like, our channels and like my Instagram page would not work if it wasn't for all of us as a team together, like you and me and Franco, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that little behind the scenes. Maybe we can get into it a little bit more if you guys want to know what this whole like influencer thing, because I feel like before I was an influencer, I would hear about like these brand partnerships and like all these sponsors, and I used to be like, easy money, like you
Mm-hmm.
guys can do a video in 10 minutes, edit it in 5, and turn it in. Heck no, it takes a whole day to like just film a video, and then a whole day to edit it, and then a whole day for the brand to approve it, to send back, make you edit this in and out. And it's a lot. So thank you for listening to that little rant, because
Yeah.
sometimes we just gotta let you guys know like what's going on in our minds and
And it's
behind the
it's good to
scenes.
let it out. That way you guys understand us and get to know us more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like Blanca said, maybe you do want to do the whole influencer thing and on Instagram, on YouTube, and you're like, I think I'm ready to take this step. So everything we just told you, the little rant, now add tons of hate on top of that.
Yeah. Like
That
the, oh,
that affect
really?
your mental health.
Yeah, they're like, oh, really? This was 7 minutes long. This video ended before it started.
Yeah.
And we're like, do you know how hard it was for us to even get this video
Yeah.
out? Like, but it's good because it's only like one or two comments, and we're just super happy. Like, Spill the Beans audience, the best.
Yeah.
Never hate. It's always super super like encouraging people. And then you go into like J and my channel, and it's like, holy shit, like these people have us on a freaking, what is it, microscope, and they just want
Yeah.
to pick and everything out of us and make stories out of nothing. And it's hard, guys. It's hard out here, but we really appreciate you regardless.
And because you're the best, guys, we're gonna let you in on a little secret. We're releasing merch here soon for Spill the Beans. When's the last time we did it? Like 2 years
2 years
ago?
ago, I think.
I think almost three now.
If you have Spill the Beans podcast merch,
You are a
you
lucky
are
son
a
of a gun.
lucky one. And that merch that you are wearing or that you have in your closet somewhere, no one's ever going to be able to get it again.
No,
Like,
never.
that's never going to be
And in like
something.
30 years, if you still have it, that's gonna be worth a lot of
We're going
money.
to give you a Tesla.
Yeah. No, but we're coming out with some new ideas, guys, and we have some exciting stuff coming out, not only for Spill the Beans, but for other things. And
I hate to
I'm
be the YouTubers that were like, we got big things
no,
coming. We
but
can't talk about
honestly,
it, but we just want you guys to get excited, you
yeah,
know?
and I'm also a strong believer in saying things, and then I feel like como que te echas la sal tú mismo if you do say
Yeah.
it, like this is happening 100%.
And then
Get
it doesn't
ready for it,
happen.
and then So I'd rather just tell you big things are coming, so you get a little bit of an idea. But yeah, it's gonna be again just like last time, super exclusive, only a certain amount because we do want. I don't know, guys. Like Spill the Beans is like my baby. Like I treat you guys, and I treat it like it's untouchable. Like another Spill the Beans, like we've had companies try to come in and manage Spill the Beans, try to like run Spill the Beans, and I'm like, nope,
Yeah,
get
that's a good
away.
one. We were going to sign on to a podcast. What is it, like a studio
Hmm.
that was gonna represent us. That was going to be like this huge contract with like a lot of sponsors, blah blah blah. And I remember like talking to Jonathan about it, and like he's like, "Yeah, I'll think about it." But at the end, he's like, "No, like no one's touching Spill the Beans. I don't want anyone to ruin this for us because Spill the Beans is truly a hobby that we love. Like
Yeah.
it's not. We don't see it as a job. We don't see it as
If it was for the money, guys, I would have said yes because they made it seem like they were gonna. I mean, they were. They're gonna bring us brands every week, a whole bunch of money coming in. But at the end of the day, we don't do Spill the Beans for the money, guys. If we did, we would be
we
releasing.
would have quit already.
Yeah, we would have
Spill the
quit.
Beans
We
doesn't
would have
make that much
released. We
money.
can show you how much money we make on here, guys.
Yep.
It barely covers this equipment. So, but at the end of the day, we just love coming on here and having like a different type of conversation with you guys than we do on a normal YouTube channel.
Yeah, and I feel like this is for special audiences because a lot of people don't like podcasts. A lot of people like more like entertaining videos, and obviously, what is entertaining about us sitting here talking about things? So yeah, you guys are like a unique community. We're so happy with you guys. So we gotta do some merch, make you guys rock some cool pieces, and that is coming soon. But a lot of more things are coming soon, and some sooner than later.
Yeah.
So just
And
keep
if
an
you
eye out.
do see a brand on here, it is sponsored because we've already had one, Scentbird.
Oh
It's
yes,
a brand that we truly care for and that have worked with before or that we believe in.
yeah.
I wouldn't just bring on a brand for the money. Of
Mm-mm.
Scentbird, you guys know from J&J, we worked with them like 5 times already, and I truly love their brand and idea. So that's why I brought it on to Spill the Beans. But
Yeah.
you're never gonna see no freaking what was that P90X Dust Busters stuff on here. So
Next podcast is sponsored by Dustbuster.
Dustbuster.
But I think that's it for today's
Yeah.
podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Again, philippinesjj@gmail. If you have any advice, questions, any story you want to tell us, or anything like that, we will be announcing when we're gonna start taking like voice memos and
Oh yeah.
other things like that. But for now, we're just trying to get in the hang of like filming every week and uploading every week and uploading on Spotify. Guys, honestly, for everyone that messages me and comments, where are the Spotify podcasts? That's on me. Like, that was my job and that was what I was in charge of. And I just stopped doing it. And like Jonathan, thankfully, he's never said anything. Like, he's never gotten mad about it. But I need to start getting back into that. So this is going to be the first podcast that goes on Spotify. Something Jonathan didn't tell you is that we have an Instagram and a TikTok.
Dang, guys, I'm gonna start posting clips, highlights, because I know not everyone has 40 minutes to an hour of their time to listen to a whole podcast. So luckily, we're gonna be including highlights on our TikTok and our Instagram very quickly.
Very soon.
Very soon.
But do you have anything else to say today?
No, that's it, guys. I hope you're killing it. Happy Friday. We love you. And
we will see you next Friday with some exciting news.
yes, sir. Later.